Thousands of years ago, an ancient Indian epic described a force so absolute, entire cities vanished beneath its fury in a single moment. The texts describe an explosion burning brighter than 1,000 suns, a flash of light that rendered the bodies of the dead completely unrecognizable. The aftermath was equally precise. The skies darkened, the rivers and water sources were poisoned, and the few who survived lost their hair and nails in the days that followed. These passages are often dismissed as mythology, yet the sheer specificity of the destruction raises a terrifying question about what the ancient world actually witnessed. The verses belong to the Mahabharata, a colossal narrative whose composition dates between 400 BCE and 400 CE, written millennia before the atomic age. This chart shows the Sanskrit descriptions side by side with modern medical diagnostics. The spontaneous hair and nail loss matches the pathology of acute radiation syndrome. The ancient warnings of toxic water map to the mechanics of nuclear fallout, where radioactive isotopes contaminate the water table. This data overlap continues to disturb independent researchers, fueling the hypothesis that the ancients experienced a form of nuclear warfare. The text gives this devastating force a name, the Brahmastra, a divine celestial weapon. According to the manuscript, once the destructive sequence was unleashed, it could never be halted or reversed. Mainstream historians strongly reject literal or technological interpretations of these descriptions. From an academic perspective, these horrific details function as spiritual metaphors and poetic exaggerations, designed to emphasize the supreme power of the gods. These accounts reveal that ancient authors possessed a highly sophisticated conceptual framework for world-ending power. Modern warfare relies on physical mechanics, machined metal, uranium, and nuclear fission. The Brahmastra operated on entirely non-physical mechanics. It was an energetic force born exclusively from human consciousness and mental discipline. Activation depended on the mantra, a specialized synchronization of vocal vibration and intense mental focus. To possess it required extreme spiritual intention. The universe demanded strict divine permission before granting a mortal this level of destructive capability. Ancient philosophy elevated the focused human mind to the status of a primary weapon system, regarding consciousness as the most dangerous force in the natural world. With the weapon tied to the mind, the true terror of the Brahmastra lies in its reliance on the inherently flawed, ego-driven human psyche to control the power of gods. We must look beyond the technical specifications of the weapon to understand why ancient civilizations harbored such a vivid imagination for their own total destruction. Across cultures and centuries, separate civilizations repeatedly constructed apocalyptic myths centered entirely around catastrophic, world-ending power. These narratives likely served as proactive, desperate warnings, cultural safeguards designed to survive for millennia to caution against the madness of total war. They warned of unchecked ego and the inevitable consequences of our desire to control forces we do not fully understand. By documenting the consequences of an unstoppable force, the authors captured the terrifying logic of total extinction long before modern physics made it a reality. The Brahmastra is only one anomaly hidden within a massive, largely unexplored archive of ancient texts. Buried in these verses, the Mahabharata details an entire arsenal of apocalyptic forces. There are other godlike weapons, the Sudarshan chakra, the Vajra, forces that completely bypassed a need for physical mechanics. These celestial forces were said to summon storms from the heavens, unleash unstoppable fire, and erase armies from existence, all activated purely by consciousness. We are left to wonder if these descriptions are simply the remnants of lost mythological symbolism, or fragments of a profound cosmic science that humanity has long forgotten.